Hey guys, Goggles here. Quick update, nothing major, not a lot going on yet. What you see in front of me here is a Tyco 440 chassis, an original Magnum 440 with the single bar traction magnet, heavily modified from back in the day. And as you can see right here, been drilled out for bearings for the rear axle. Reason being, this has had a set of samarium cobalt motor magnets and a samarium cobalt traction magnet in it with a Bob the Wizard Lincoln 2.5 ohm custom wound and balanced intrude armature in it. And it used to just wear out the standard snap-in axle point within one race, no matter how much oil we put on it. Back in the day, this was probably 40 years ago. Could not save this chassis. Unfortunately, it cracked right there and right there. It's been super glued back together. But if I try to put motor bulkheads back in this thing again, it's just going to split in half again. So, here is basically the car with a new chassis. This is a Bodies by Bruce Ferrari body on it, done back in the day. Bodies by Bruce was Bruce Boyo, a good friend of many in the Northeast. This is one of the things he did in between racing himself. And Bruce has passed on a number of years ago. But with Bob Lincoln's passing recently, figured it was good to put this car back together. So we've got a good chassis. If you look close, you can see the bearings. We did drill this chassis for the bearings. The traction magnet's looking a little rough. Hey, racing, right, guys? The motor magnets are looking a little rough. That is one of Bob's early low-ohm balanced trude armatures. We've got threaded axles, custom down to double-aught-09 thread. That was what was done back in the day, because that was the biggest they could find, or smallest they could find, without going too huge next size up on the bearings for the rear axle. So that's been machined down and tapped and so forth. Stock bulkheads, stock brush barrels, new brushes, new brush springs, new pickup shoes with a few laps on them. Basically a stock front end axle, a custom body mount that works off of the front axle, and it's pinned in 4 spots on the body. Car has been tested. It runs like you wouldn't believe. Here on Donnybrooke, with the modern lap timing system, which is something I'm going to get to in a minute, because I'm having a bit of an issue with it with cars such as this. Fastest recorded lap I could do with it was 4.13 seconds, and the track is 79 linear feet, so you can do the math. And as I say, fastest recorded time. I was having issues with anything under mid 5 seconds recording laps reliably. Track has a dead strip. I think I explained this in a previous video. Dead strip goes to an optocoupler triggered relay board which when the car goes over the track, sends a signal to the optocoupler. Optocoupler trips the relay, sends a 5-volt pulse to the Arduino. Arduino, via Bluetooth, sends the information to the race coordinator software on the PC. Seems that when you get faster than mid 5-second lap times, it doesn't trip reliably. Especially with the Auto World Super 3 chassis cars. This one, if you were full throttle over the dead strip, it would not record. But if you kind of sandbagged it over it, slowed down a little bit, it will record a lap. And if it's recording a lap of 4.13 seconds, sandbagging it over the dead strip, what does this car really do? So, been on the forums a little bit over the past couple of days. Some people had some ideas. They said try changing the debounce setting and so forth, but that really isn't the issue. A gentleman on slotforum.com came forward. I believe he's from France. His username escapes me, but he said, you have the right idea with the optocoupler, but I don't understand why the relay part. And I got the idea from another slot car forum from somebody who did that, and it does work, but apparently not below a certain time. So, turns out that person was using it with a larger scale, probably slower cars. Look like scale electrics, so that's what, 1/32nd scale. So anything above, say, 575 and slower, it records reliably. Anything faster than that, not so much. Now, if I've got the boys from MARC coming back here at some time, we can't have that. So, what I believe the fix is to eliminate the relay in the circuit. Problem with that is the relay is part of the optocoupler boards that I purchased. So, we're going to be replacing those with a straight optocoupler board with no relay. And we're going to add a Zener diode in circuit and also a electrolytic capacitor in circuit. Probably just to use as a buffer to keep the electrical noise down. And we're going to see how that goes. It should have no issue feeding the Arduino, and it should still get the 5-volt pulse that it's looking for. These boards are powered by 5 volts also, so wiring should be just as straightforward, just a matter of swapping the board out to this different board. And there will be 4 individual boards, and the reason for that is people will say, oh, you can get a 4-channel board. Yes I can. I have already got 3D printed brackets for the individual channel boards for the optocoupler trip relay boards. I'm hoping to use the same brackets to mount the individual boards again. And the reason I went with those originally was that was all I could find at the time. So, basically eliminating the trip relay. The trip relay seems to be not reacting fast enough with fast cars to accurately record laps. That's our theory anyway. So going with that, and I'm going to replace those. Those are coming from Amazon. Ordered them today. Should have them tomorrow. Thank you, Amazon Prime. And going to install at least one of them where I know the lane I was using for testing acts up with certain cars, and if those cars record reliably after that, there's my fix, and I'll update everybody on that. So, if that fails, well, there's always old reliable. They won't like it, but we used to use it back in the day, and we never had any issues. Just saying. Technology, sometimes keeping it simple might be the best way. But anyway, here's our tribute to Bob the Wizard Lincoln with his armature, and Bruce Boyo, Bodies by Bruce. Miss both of you guys. And that's it for this one, guys. If you like it, please like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. This is not a professional channel by any means, as you can tell. I'm just in it for the likes and subs, and not in it for the money, because Lord knows there's no money to be made on this stuff. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time.